All right, let's get a check on how your money is performing at Intraday, major markets that we track. We have Ini again with the details. Another rainy afternoon.
Not a rainy, but green afternoon.
Rainy and green, just like yesterday.
Yeah, just like it. No, it wasn't rainy yesterday. This time yesterday.
It felt like it rained.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe but it felt like I did feel some rain hit me yesterday.
Okay.
On the way in here.
Yeah. Well, more importantly is that the NGX is in the green.
Right.
And it's climbing. Even though we still have some points, a lot of points away from 98.
Points to 98,000.
Is this few? You call this few? I don't think this is
200 and something.
It will take a lot of deals.
Or 100 and something.
Somebody told me that we should forget about the 100 for now. If we do 99, that would be good luck for us. But for now, let's just stick to what we have. So I guess 99 is a new resistance at this point. Yeah, sadly. I was hoping at least to be 100.
Right.
Anyways, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the market segment of Business Incorporated. And of course, we're starting from home where we look at the NGX and see how it's doing. We see that we're climbing closer to the 98,000 level, which we lost last week. Hopefully, we can get that back at the close of trade today. Hopefully, keeping our fingers crossed. We saw yesterday that the oil and gas counter is booming. Back to that again with the two majors, Oando and Seplat, driving that. MTN Nigeria came out of nowhere, and then we saw it move the market. Meanwhile, Airtel continues its buyback of its shares, and we wonder when that will end. But let's talk to Dr. Peter Abe now, who is a stockbroker with IBTC Stockbrokers, to tell us what's going on, perhaps on the floor of the exchange at this time. Dr. Abe, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for having me.
Good to have you. So what's going on at this time? We see the movement. We hope it is sustained. But who are those driving this positive sentiment at this time?
All right. So, well, good that the market gained yesterday. But today so far, all share index has lost 12 basis points. That means some names are seeing some sell-off. I'll call them bearish sentiments in the likes of banking names, consumer, and also oil and gas. So that's how market is trading at the moment. Just some bearish sentiments in the market at the moment.
You saw Dangote Sugar move yesterday. Investors' sentiments were positive on it. Do we see it along that line again today to drive the consumer goods counter?
So far now, I think from what I've seen on the board, Nigerian berry has lost 5% at the moment to 28 naira. So I think from there, if we see that trend continue to close, we may likely see the market close on a negative territory.
Wow, that would be sad. We hope not, because I was hoping we would regain the 98,000 level. But what's going on with Airtel? It's like on an ending buyback program that they've been doing. It's been months now.
Yeah, so I remember they put out some notification to the market that they will be on this. And I think they've not reached the percentage or the amount they are looking to. So once they get that, I'm sure they will also let us know that they have reached the amount they are interested to. But it's not on the NGX, is on the London exchange. They are doing the buyback at the moment.
Oh, okay. Then the banks are quiet. Recapitalization is still on.
Well, outside sterling at the moment, I think the other names had concluded theirs, and we are waiting the results. GTCO, Zenith, Access Bank. So I think once we start seeing the results of the public offer and the rights, we may see some another round of maybe positive sentiments also coming into the bank. But at the moment, it's quite like you said. We expect possibly the Q3 numbers to also trigger activities in other banks as well.
Yeah, when do we expect that? Because I think that's the next big thing to move the market one way or the other. The Q3. About when can we expect that to start streaming in?
So by the rule of the NGX, after the Q3 ended September 30th, so all the corporates have 30 days after the end of the Q3 to release their numbers. So we'll start seeing them coming in and that will last till the end of October.
Okay, then insurance is another interesting counter. We saw a pickup, but I mean, recently it's gone back to the background. What's going on there? The penny stocks, I think, mostly.
If I could remember, I think some of the names were actually suspended, and I think they've released their numbers now to the exchange. So that's created some few interest in insurance names. So outside that, it's quite also quite dead. And also there are also most of the numbers are in their close period, and investors are expecting their 9 month numbers. So we feel that will also help to trigger activities in these insurance names as well.
All right. So how do you see the market closing today? What color do we see at the close of trade?
Well, at the moment, all share index has lost 12 basis points. If we continue in this trend, I think we will close negative. But I mean, it's the market, so which means dynamics will always change, may change. So I just hope that it will change, and the prayer that you have to get to 98,000 points will also be accepted.
Yes, I think if we all pray for 98, we'll close at 98. But thank you so much, Dr. Peter Abbey, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right. I don't know if prayer does work in the market at this time, but we'll do our best and wait for the investors to react to that. Let's move from Nigeria now to in JSE. Yeah, there you have it. Johannesburg Stock Exchange. We see intraday, it's very red, lost more than 1%, but still around 85,314.06. Let's go to other parts of the market now. In Africa, I believe we have Egypt. Egypt is also down, really red at 1.77. That's a huge drop from that market at 1.77 intraday, 31,256.01. And in Nairobi, this is Monday's close, slightly down, not as bad as the others we see, but at least they've been sustaining the 100,000, above 100,000, which is why I was hoping that we'll be able to sustain 100,000. Theirs is 100, ours is 100,000 a level. That would have been nice. Let's just go to other parts of the world now. Looking at the markets, we see Middle East. The green market is what welcomes us today. Dubai is green, 0.52%, 4,418.05. Abu Dhabi, almost 1% in the green also, 9,231.23. Looking at other parts of that, Tadawar and Qatar are also green. Green market in the Middle East. Some positive movement right there for them. Now let's go to other parts of the world. In the United States, we see that stock features are also green, unlike what we had yesterday. A lot of uncertainty and still the spillover of that huge jobs data that was released on Friday. That was what we saw yesterday, but seems that impact is waning off. So we see positive market today. This is the features. Obviously, in a couple of hours, the market will be open and then we'll see the real thing. 42,315 for the Dow Jones. S&P 0.35% at 5,765, while NASDAQ features has over 20,000 there at 0.38%. The after hours action came after those negative stocks. So we saw renewed sentiment right there. And rising bond yields also downward pressure on the market. Notably, the 10-year Treasury yield climbed about 4% yesterday to touch its higher. So some of the factors driving that market. Now, looking at Asia, we see we've lost that 39,000 that we had at this time yesterday, 38,937.54, just 1% in the red. And it's because the rally in Chinese market lost steam after briefing from the nation's National Development and Reform Commission provided a few details. Remember that big stimulus that drove the market last week? Well, more details are coming, and it seems the market is not very happy with some of those details that they're hearing. So that's why we see this red color for the Asian market. Kospi is also red, 0.61%. 2,594.36. The Hang Seng Index really down. We see, well, we saw the flip of this last week, So, but I mean, this is really down there, 9.41% down right there. Let's see other markets on this continent. Shanghai and India, Nifty, are able to escape that. Remember yesterday, Shanghai too was looking so good, some good numbers. I think about 8%. Today it's 4%. Are still in the green, are able to rig away the negative sentiment going on in the other markets. So, Ladi, I mean, seeing this big movement, remember the stimulus last week? The market was so happy, investors were happy, when we saw a lot of hopes and positive sentiment. But it seems with the details coming out now, it's not what investors were expecting. But I just wonder how Shanghai is able to...
Yeah, Shanghai keeps staying above water at this point. But it's interesting, with investors, they don't look at just what was said. They start to go deep into most of the statements.
I think they also listen to the rumors
Buy the rumors, sell the news, same old. But definitely, I know that investors now are looking out for Q3 reports. How are most of these listed companies, how do they perform in Q3? That will definitely push markets. And we'll see if the NGX get a boost from that. But thank you so much, Ini, for giving us details there from most of those markets that we track.